East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
With the business, West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. Fourth and inches.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. And cycle. Ready.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Lance looking to throw it. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 31. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with Mitchell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Lance. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Cade York on now for the field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. York able to send this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 21. 1st down. Here's Corral with it. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump-off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And he's got room. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready. Striker, 3-3.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The Panthers at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bottom. Corral lost it. The ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Corral to throw, 1st and 10. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 17-7 is our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. This is caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards on the ground. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Okay, right.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Mitchell. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On the double.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Lance, a give now to Sherman. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Williams to return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He's got it complete to Perkins. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Williams brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before the half for Corral. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. Picked up by Ambry. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense is going to get the ball back. After all that, heck, it'll be a first down. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again, powering forward. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 104 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Switching it up, Corral will throw here. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Williams, and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this is caught by Williams. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 29, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Now Lance throws the interception, his third. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
After that last run, Lance is going to throw it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And his kick here is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter.
Ready up.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good... And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing on second down. Corral. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And now here is another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. From the 45 on 2nd down, Corral. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, back.
Now a play fake. Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Room here to run. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And some room to work. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 138 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Corral. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
On the ball.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Corral looking to throw.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Niners, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on